Okay guys, this is the eye we just dissected just a while ago, but now I'm just going to go through the parts on the eye. Okay, so when we are looking from the front, the first thing we want to do is identify the 7 extrinsic eye muscles in the sheep eye. Okay, and I said the first order of business when you are identifying the extrinsic eye muscles is to look at the short sides. You can see on this we have this is the one short side and that's the one short side. So you look to see if you have 2 muscles there on the side, and one of the muscles will be going at an angle. So I'm going to start on this side. Okay. Okay. So I got one muscle, but I do not observe any other muscles there. Okay. So I go to the other side. Okay. And there, voila! I see this muscle going at an angle. Going straight ahead on the compass point, and then I see another one that's going at an angle, going towards one of the long side. So once you see that, you will know that the one that goes straight out, is the lateral rectus. Okay, and then you know that this other one that's going at an angle, this one here, would be the inferior oblique, and the inferior obliques points towards one of the long sides, and that long side is going to be the inferior. Okay, part. So that long side you will see one muscle only. Okay, and that is the inferior rectus. You see that? Inferior rectus, and then inferior oblique, and this is lateral rectus. If on this one short side is the lateral rectus, which means it's on the outside, therefore the one on the other side where we had that one muscle, this is the medial rectus, one towards the nose bridge. Okay, medial rectus. Okay, medial rectus. Then this is the inferior rectus right there, and this is the inferior oblique, and therefore this is the lateral rectus. And then by default, if this is the inferior side, this has got to be the other long side, has got to be the superior side. So that's the top of the eye. And then you will confirm that indeed it is the superior side when you find 2 muscles there. One will be going straight out, which is the superior rectus, which is this, and one will be going at an angle, which is the superior oblique. You can confirm that indeed this is the superior, the top of the eye. So this eye would therefore be on the right eye. It's the right eye because this is the lateral side, so this is the right eye. Okay, like that. You can tell. So and then, like I said, only in ruminants like cows, sheep, goats, and stuff like that, they have this 7th muscle, which is the retractor bulbi. This one right here. This is the retractor bulbi, and the humans do not have it. Okay, the retractor bulbi literally retracts the eyeball inwards so that the eye doesn't get hurt when the cows and goats and stuff are grazing and there are twigs in the way. It will retract the eyeball inwards to prevent damage. You can see here the optic nerve, cranial nerve number 2 right there, that carries sensory for vision. Okay, so once we have done that, then we go to the other parts now, the other parts of the eye. Okay, so again we are holding our eye the right side up and the right side down, and therefore we have already made our first incision on the cornea. Okay, so therefore this flap here is the cornea. Okay, and therefore this brown part right here would be the iris, the curtain of the eye, the one that regulates the amount of light getting into the eye. And therefore this hole on it is the pupil, okay, which gets dilated when you're in the dark and get by the radial muscles or the dilator pupillae, or gets constricted when it's in bright light by the circular muscles or sphincter pupillae, okay, which we did in the lecture, okay, when we were doing the eye. Okay, so that's that, and this is the cornea, and behind it you can see maybe a little bit the white structure, and there, that's the lens. So once we do that, we go to the back of the eye and we cut through the cornea this time, and we scoot all our extrinsic eye muscles to the front so that we don't cut through them with the scissors. We first of all use a scalpel, like we said, then you open it up, and therefore you're gonna see, boom, like that. So this will be the lens, and this will be the ciliary body, and you could see the ciliary processes, if you could see, and this is part of the retina, the part that is probably not photosensitive because it's it's right up against the ciliary body. And then, of course, towards the back here, you have the sclera, which is this sort of tennis ball looking like the whitish connective tissue, and the black layer is the choroid cord, the one that is part of the vascular tunic that provides the nutrients. Okay, it's the vascular tunic. And I want to just make a little cut here so that. Okay. And then, like I was saying earlier on, this creamish part that looks like cream cheese, that is the retina. Okay, and the retina has to be flat against the choroid cord. If we were lucky, we would have seen the macula somewhere here, which is a sort of darker yellow spot, which is the fovea centralis where light is focused. And then here, you see in that little dot right here that appears, this is the optic disc, or we call it the blind spot of the eye, because there are no photoreceptors there. Okay, and those are all the parts of the eye. Well, the vitreous humor, we removed it. You can see it still looks like a gel. Okay, right there, the vitreous humor. Okay, so 7 extrinsic eye muscles